like, has anyone had cask ale before? You know, with cask ale, it's carbonated, but it's not like super strong. That's how the beer would taste if we didn't force carbonate it. So we wanted to have that extra bite to it. So it's sent through the forced carbonator, and then after that, it's ready to be kegged. And our brand new kegging station behind you, this Mad Max Beyond Thunderdome looking contraption, is brand new. It used to just be literally a guy with like a table hooking hoses up and like sending them down a ramp. And that was our old kegging station. So this new, like, it's like that like old Warner Brothers cartoon. Right, everyone? All right. So now we used to be able to do about 20 kegs in an hour. Now we can do about 120 kegs in an hour. So that's speeding up the whole process. The guys have to do less crap like that. They can spend more time making beer. So that's how any of your drafts are going to be made, and that's how any bottled beers are going to be made. Except for, I don't know if you've been up to the bar, saw behind the bartenders, there's 750 milliliter bottles. They look like champagne bottles. That's our local 1, our local 2, and our Scratchy Ace. Those are going through a second fermentation process. Basically, it does all of that. We're going to put it in the bottle. We're adding more champagne, Belgian champagne yeast to it, corking it, sending it across the street. It's going to go through a second fermentation process for about 2 to 3 weeks. It's really expensive to do. It takes time. Well, we think those beers are really special, and we're really proud of them. And so we do the extra time to do that. That's basically it for the brewing process. Now to get into the history. Brooklyn Brewery was founded by 2 guys, Steve Hindy and Tom Potter, in the late 80s. It was founded in 87. They didn't make their first beer of Brooklyn Lager until 88, which is our flagship beer. It's our first beer we ever made. How it came about is Steve was a foreign war correspondent with the Associated Press in the Middle East. While he was there, in a lot of countries, it was forbidden to buy alcohol. So a lot of big oil companies would give their employees these like booklets that basically said like how to make bathroom hooch. And so Steve started making it, making his beer like in his hotel room. This is about like early 80s. Around 84, his wife Ellen says, "I'm done with this crap. Let's move back to the United States." She says, "Okay." So they moved back to Park Slope, and Steve keeps homebrewing, and he says, you know what I really want to do? I want to open my own brewery. Which in the 80s was crazy because in the whole country there was about 30 craft breweries, and there's about 1,000 today. So this was like an idea that everyone was doing. So his downstairs neighbor was Tom Potter, an investment banker for Chemical Bank. The guy's doing really well. He's like on the fast track, making a lot of money. Somehow Steve convinces him that he should leave his job as a banker to open up a brewery with him. And what really did it for Tom was he went to the Craft Brewers Conference out in Portland, Oregon in '86, and he shows up in a Brooks Brothers suit, like 3-piece suit, and these dudes are all like Birkenstocks and like Hawaiian shirts, and they're like, oh, this guy's gonna invest all this money in us, so they like open the rope up to like, come on, we'll show you everything. And so he got really excited, like he liked all the people, he liked the environment. He's like, comes back super excited about it, says, okay, let's do it. They raised about $300,000 through private investors, and they decide what they have to do is they have to do something called contract brewing. Because to open up an actual brewery is insanely expensive. So they had a recipe for the lager. They had a brewmaster. They just needed a place to do it. So they found a place upstate called FX Mat in Utica, New York. That's actually where we still do all our 12-ounce bottles, and the lager and pilsner are done there.